This is our accident avoidance maneuver test. We're going to start down at the end there. Comes through this. This is an 8-foot gate. We sort of think of that first cone there as a kid on a bicycle, and the cone on the left of the exit lane as the front of a Mack truck. Come through, turn this way, back into the original lane to miss the Mack truck, and then into the 12-foot exit lane. We do this, we keep on going faster and faster and faster until we can't get through without knocking the cones over. And that's what you see as the maximum speed through the avoidance maneuver. We also look at driver confidence. How easy is it for that driver to control the vehicle through the course?
Our vehicle dynamics area that was installed here and finished up in around September of this year. It's 2.5 acres of flat asphalt. It is pitched to as we go from left to right, so we'll be able to supply a sheet of water from one end and let it go across the surface of the asphalt in a uniform manner. This way it'll give us a good evaluation of the wet grip and handling of ultra performance tires that we are going to be testing this year. We'll be having something like this set up when we do our tire test, and it may vary somewhat. It's going to be a subjective test, hands-on test of how well tires grip, how well is the tire react to the vehicle, and how easy is it to maintain control. And if you do lose control, how easy is it to get back?
I equate it to the road's been plowed, but there's still packed snow on one side, and the middle's not, so you got really different grip coefficients on each side.
When we run the test, we have the optical fifth wheel in the car, so we're measuring the distance it takes to stop from 45 to 0. And if we do happen to actually find a car that doesn't have ABS anymore, we modulate the threshold brake to come home. Also, we're looking at controllability with ABS. Does the car pull a lot to one side?
This is our rock hill, and when we're doing any of these tests, we want a level playing field so every single car gets the same test. We used to use an off-road circuit that goes through the woods there. What we found was it's a subjective evaluation. We use 5 different engineers for the evaluation, so you're not getting somebody's personal opinion whether they're a good off-road driver or poor. That the track was changing so much that one person was saying, oh, this is brilliant, because he was the first one to drive the car, first one on the track. The fifth engineer, he was Route 25 and the track had completely changed. He said, that was crap, So we built this rock hill. There's 300 tons of boulders. It's a 26% grade. We have two lines up here. They're going to try and pick their way up, but normally we would drive up the actual within the lines today because we haven't quite got enough room. We're just going to drive straight up, so they might be outside the lines, but when we're actually doing a test, we will keep inside the lines.
The Wrangler and the XC3 are pretty darn big here. I don't know if the sport track is going to be...
It's not bad. circle, we'll put a lateral accelerometer inside and give the maximum lateral G, staying with inside the lines. Basically, it gives you an idea of grip and balance, doesn't tell you an awful lot about handling. So Jake, if you want to do a lap in each direction, this is the new G35, this is the two-wheel drive version. It's almost as much fun as an STI in luxury. No, this is rear drive. We'll go one way and then turn around and go the same in the opposite direction. It doesn't make an awful lot of difference in each direction with some of these cars, but if you have a solid axle with a panhard rod, sometimes if the panhard rod's in tension, it'll rock it. Well done, Jake.
We did a lot of investigation, visited headlight manufacturers, automotive manufacturers, took kind of a sense of how they test, and we came up with our system here. It's actually modeled after one from Guide Corporation, who is a headlight manufacturer, predominantly to GM, but it's modeled after their course. And we have a luxury here at Auto Test. If you look, we have no ambient lighting out here on the track. It's so dark out here, just to give you an anecdote, that we have left a Mitsubishi Lancer running about right here for an entire weekend because we couldn't see it. We use this series of flat black signs. Everything's been surveyed into the track, and we're looking at what signs are illuminated and what aren't. This first group of shorter 6 signs you see here, that's low beam. How many signs are illuminated straight ahead of you in front of the car with low beams on? The taller signs, how much width does your low beam pattern have? The further signs, how much distance does your high beam reach? And cars are rated, we do a weighted average, much like many of our tests, with the predominant focus being safety and low beam distance. About 2/3 of the rating comes from how much distance can I see on low beam. Intensity, we rate subjectively out here. Is it bright, is it not bright, is what you're really trying to qualify. And it's probably the most difficult to rate subjectively, which we're trying to move to an objective measurement inside.
Post office.